Jomo Kenyatta is the father of the African nationalism and the African national movement in this country.
But surely you're all rather more advanced than he is in your thinking about politics. Wouldn't he embarrass you if he was really let go now?
We cannot in any sense be more advanced than our teacher and master, whom I think is much more advanced in political outlook in this country than we are. We are still just in the stages of learning politics from him. It should be a party of collective responsibility rather than a party of personalities. Kenya must evolve a system of safeguarding interest of all wananchi throughout the country. I should also like to stress that these coming party elections should not be based on tribal grouping, regional or administrative boundaries. Our efforts to keep Kenya united would be meaningless if we were to base our decision on ethnic considerations. Individual candidates should be judged by their qualities and ability to perform their duties to the party. In approaching Kenya problems, we should be mindful of the fact that the majority of our people are still poor and need to be uplifted. This should be one of the main tasks of all party officials. Such officials can only make work easy for our president if we are prepared to identify ourselves fully with those problems of wananchi. The elected official should be prepared to sacrifice their time to help the president in his efforts of national development. The press must be a champion of the social, political, and economic development of the people. It must thus seek to report on the efforts of the people to bring about these developments. The press must indeed go further than this and champion those social, political, and economic systems best suited for the development of Africa. In a nutshell, the press must be involved in championing the correct direction of development in Africa and culture on which African socialism as our ideal without the consent of the total. In some papers which, when there is anything good about me or good about somebody whom they have selected not to publicize, then that one they will play down and even put it in a hidden corner somewhere. But when something comes bad about Odinga, they will make the headline. Kwa maana ikiwa kama wewe yuko kwa kiwanjani ya mpira, kama wewe unacheza, unadhani wewe ndio unajua kushinda watu wote. Siko watu wengine huko nje ambao wanasema dalili hapa na piga kule. Kwa nini yeye hapa na piga kule? Kwa hivyo ukitiwaambia ati jaribu kuangalia kule na kule na kule, tena ufanye umoja, hii ndio tutasaidia.
Jomo Kenyatta. He's been described as anti-Western and pro-communist, and I asked him what he had to say about this.
Well, let me say that I think those who think of me like that are very wrong indeed. I only laugh at them because they are short-minded and they don't know what they're doing. Why I appear to be pro-East is because the weight has been so heavily overweighted on the western side because Kenya has been under British. And the Americans' influence here is also very strong. And in order to be neutral, I might appear as if I'm pulling the weight in order to balance it towards the east. And anybody who's seeing me just I'm pulling in order to bring the balance, they tend to think that I go east. But I am, because I must pull towards east in order to bring about the balance. And immediately the balance comes, I can only be proud to tell you that I'm an African nationalist who will always tour what I feel is right for the African people in Kenya and in Africa.
Odinga has also suggested, reported, that you have a private army and that you've been importing arms for this army. What's your comment on that?
Well, I wish I had it, but at the present moment, I'm very sorry that I haven't got it.
Is it true that you have been sending your supporters for guerrilla training in Bulgaria and other communist countries?
Well, not my supporters. We have been sending the people who are thirsty for education from this country to go to all this country to search for education in any field. Not one particular field.
Is it your ambition to become president of Kenya?
But that is not for me to judge. Let it be that is it the wish of the people. If it is the wish of the people that I should lead them in any direction, in any way, let them. It will be their own judgment and so on, and not mine.
Mr. Odinga, there's been a lot of feeling in Britain about the deportation of Mr. Beeston of the Daily Telegraph. Can you tell us the reasons for his deportation?
But that is known, and I needn't actually elaborate on it. Mr. President, Mr. Secretary General, ladies and gentlemen, it is with deep feeling that I take this opportunity on behalf of the Prime Minister of Kenya, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, and the government and people of Kenya to convey to you all our warm greetings and express our happiness to be here with you as representatives of a free and independent country. I am, however, sure that you are all fully aware of the great value which our Prime Minister attaches to this world body and his dedication to the fight for freedom and world peace. Mr. President and honorable delegates, the government and people of Kenya are honored and happy to be admitted to this world organization of free and independent peoples. Very much, Mr. President. it is fairly clear that there is pressure and desire that I should leave the government. The authority concerned has, however, showed reluctance to say so openly to the public. If I thought that there was the slightest chance of putting things right from within the government, then this desire to remove me from office would not worry me, as indeed it has not done for the last 1 year. However, wananchi, my honest opinion is that the present government has reached a point of no return. It can only do for the people the little that the underground master allows it to do. Its guiding star has become personal gain. I therefore find it impossible to be part of it, and my decision is that from now on, I should be free to join with wananchi in demanding that their voice be heard.